here with some not so breaking news. Men lie.
They lie, they lie, they lie.
The lies you tell. Men are liars, okay? And this might be shocking to some, which is shocking to me that it's shocking to you.
Before we get into it, you're watching Remy TV. I'm Charles.
And I'm Mel, and we do all things girlhood.
And coach you how to level up in life,
Love,
and relationships.
Now let's get into it. Now, a lot of women are aware that men lie, but I feel like we are not all aware how far they go and what do those lies look like. I want to give a shout out to Celia Regina on TikTok, one of our favorite girlies. She made a great video that I wanted to bring up a point she made that I think a lot of women don't understand, and she called it physical extortion, and that is such a good way to put it. And we're not talking about grape, but we are talking about a version of it. For example, a lot of women feel like when they're dating a guy and they're sleeping with him and then they find out that he's sleeping with other people, you feel betrayed. You feel like that wasn't what you agreed upon.
Yeah.
And the reason you feel that way is because he did physical extortion, and how he did it was by lying to you about the connection and intimacy you had, because you told him he wouldn't have access to you without him being like,
yeah, like because he isn't committed to you, like you wouldn't have been with him sexually, because only time you would be sexual is if he was fully committed to you.
So they will lie about being committed to you. And you'll find out, oh, like he's actually been seeing other people the whole time. And it's not the problem that he's been seeing other people. It's that he will kind of create a picture for you where he's not, because he knows that's the only way he will get access to you. That, my friends, is physical extortion. And they will extort many different things from you.
Or like, for example, if you say, oh, I don't want to have, like, I don't care to hook up with someone unless, like, I'm really in love with them and in a relationship. They're like, yeah, I totally get it. And so they don't pressure you all through the relationship, but they know that if I speed up this relationship and create the ambiance
of
love and make her think I love her, then she will give me what I want.
And you guys are wondering, why on earth are they going through these lengths? Because men are obsessed with the chase. And that means they're so messed up that they'd rather go for the person that's saying they will not give them these things than the one who will openly give it to them. There's multiple girls out there who are down for the ride, down for hookup culture, down for just like the chill vibe. You could go on Tinder today and go and hook up and sleep over someone's house
in a heartbeat.
But they don't want her. They want the girl who is saving herself for her husband. They want to convince you that they're husband material just so they can get it. Or it's not always sexual. That's the scary part.
Yeah, so another example is, say if you are dating someone and you're thinking about marriage and you say, I only want 2 kids, and he wants like 6, 7 plus kids, and you're like, what the hell? No, hell no. Like, I don't want to deal with all that. And he's telling you, oh my gosh, like, what's the big deal? What's wrong with 6 kids? What's the problem? Mm-hmm. And then he'll go through certain scenarios to show how you're being impossible. Maybe he might, I don't know, demonstrate things in your everyday life to show how you don't compromise on anything. And then you're starting to question yourself, like, oh my God, am I strict? Mm-hmm. Am I always like really uptight? And he's low-key gaslighting you, because he's just creating the scenario to make it feel like
they're literally just lying. And you want to know what's creepy about it? They do it just for the satisfaction that they got you to do something you were firm you wouldn't do. It's not even about an actual compromise. It's not real. Majority of the time, they get thrill out of getting you to do the thing you swore you wouldn't do. Which is why you as a woman need to have standards and boundaries set, and you need to make these men prove themselves to you over and 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 over
until you die,
over and over and over again. Because
it's literally until you die. Do not stop making them prove themselves to you, because they lie. Yeah, men will even lie about how they feel about you just to get access to resources you may have. And it's really funny. A great example is watching Love. Well, I didn't watch it, but I watched like a snippet of Love after lockup. And this guy comes out of prison and he's hanging out with this woman, and it's so obvious he doesn't like her, but you still went out of your way to get dressed today to see her, to do this and that because she's sending you money, she's buying you things, she's taking care of you. But when you actually saw him like link up with the girl who's been sending him all these things through prison, he does not like the woman. He's looking at her like she's a dusty.
And this is a perfect example as to why we tell women to not overcompensate and do the most for the men in terms of, oh, buying him stuff, taking care of him, oh, I'm putting money in his account for this, oh, he lost his job, so I'm providing for him. You think he loves you for that, but he doesn't. He is lying to you. He can't tell you he fucking hates you because he needs this stuff. He will lie to you and you will literally work your ass off for this love that does not exist and then get shocked when he literally takes a fat dump on your relationship and you're confused. I saw a comment section the other day. It was a video along the lines of this theme, men being frauds, another day on TikTok. And a woman brought up, like, ladies, this is so true. My mom had cancer. She was the breadwinner doing everything. My dad did not even care. When my mom was diagnosed, he was still asking her, where's the dinner? She was literally weak, still doing everything for him, still paying. This girl typed her whole story in the comments. Still paying, still doing everything while cancer. It never bothered him. To the point, she was so overworked, she said her mother died months early from working so hard. That man taking care of this husband that didn't like her. That man moved on in a month, was remarried, had a new bitch, didn't care. So, what did we learn, class?
Oh my God.
And now you have your daughter in this comment section trying to share the cautionary tale to other women that this man lied and just worked her like a dog. Guys, they are gonna lie to get resources. It's insane to believe that he's not gonna lie to you when you're giving him a cushy lifestyle. What?
Because it's like to him, to say he doesn't love you equals no lifestyle. Mm-hmm. That to him is the most simplest sacrifice. To sacrifice his feelings, okay. I get a maid, I get a vagina hole, I get to do whatever I want to. Like, that's how they literally see it. They're like a free maid, free cook. I get to, get my nut off, period. Like, okay, and who cares if I don't love her?
This
love
is why
the smallest price compared to something free like that.
This is why we try to say this to you women, and you guys feel attacked a lot of times. A lot of girls feel attacked. We're not the only ones that say it. Women usually feel like it's a direct attack to their intelligence because you feel like you'd be able to identify that he is not genuine. But he is an actor. That's what you're missing. You're missing the fact that these men are actors, professional actors.
You need to understand who they are. It's unfortunate we are attracted to them. You cannot help your attraction for a man, but you need to really decide that you're willing to know who they are instead of living in a fantasy world.
Like, you need to know that a man will lie about how much he likes you just to have access to your world, especially as someone, if you are a lawyer, think Miranda and Steve, Sex and the City. He saw perks, nice home, she pays the bills, he gets to relax. Why wouldn't he want to move in with her? That's why he asked to move in. You guys, why do you think he's asking to move in? If you are an influencer or some type of content creator, public figure, it is insane for you to think that you are not important in the, like, you guys actually believe that your public presence isn't, like, important. And the guy sees so much importance in that.
They see so much opportunity.
Like, you don't care about your followers because that's you. But we're trying to tell you to look at it like him. Because when I tell you, a man looks at you and sees everyone, if everyone says you're super hot and everyone's obsessed with you, he's going to want to be with you because he gets to be the guy who's with the girl who everyone is obsessed with.
Yeah, and he can literally still hate you.
Yeah.
He loves that everyone likes that he's with you. Like, he likes what they like. He's like, ooh, I like the reaction people give me with her.
So then he will pretend to like you.
And sometimes men get more women that way too. Like, because you may be popular and women are, you know how women are weird, they might be hitting on him. He's getting more bitches because of you. Like, you're actually helping him build this roster.
Yeah. Here you are being a ray of sunshine, thinking shit's sweet, and he's really happy that you're upping his portfolio. So that's a big issue with dating down, because number one, men lie. Men are always gonna lie to you. That's why I don't get the dating down girls, because you think like, oh no, he loves me, he's so nice to me. Yeah, he's lying. He genuinely resents you for being better than him, having more than him, everything that you
they'll
are.
silently resent you and hate you.
He's not gonna tell you because he wants to use you. You understand?
He will show you through his actions. 100%. There's no running from it. His actions will not be 100% honest, but you need to remove those rose-colored glass lenses that you have, because I feel like a lot of women, they'll see a man not display anything that is romantic or even anything that is like of a good quality man, but they don't care because they're like, but I love him though. Like, that doesn't even make sense. And I don't care if you like him. He is doing something negative. So I do not care. You shouldn't care either. Yes, you can have feelings for a man, but that needs to be put in a box. You need to compartmentalize. Women don't know how to do that, and you need to compartmentalize your emotions.
Best way to say it is, you can have feelings for a man, but your feelings for you need to be a lot stronger.
Yes.
Your feelings for you need to be stronger. That means if something romantic happens, like let's say it's your anniversary, and he gave you one rose, and you know that's not a standard to you, but you love him and you go, but I love him, like whatever, like we're not gonna read into something so simple like one rose. That's you loving him more than you love yourself, because you would have never ever been okay with that, but that means you also think you can't get no other man. You're doing this thing where you're like, I guess I gotta take this little scrap.
Yeah, because when you guys start liking someone a lot, you're like, oh my god, I like him so much, there's no way this can happen again. But that's not a good mindset to have. Always know that they can be replaceable. Have that mindset forever. He can be replaced, period.
And men are extremely covert when they don't like you sometimes, especially though when you're in the limelight and you're giving them that kind of benefit, like followers, jobs, like TV appearances, or they're going to like red carpet events and shit. If they're getting to be a part of something like that, they are going to be more covert about it, but they're not going to be good. And what's scary is most of the time the public, whoever follows you, is going to notice that he doesn't like you.
Mm-hmm.
And
the public usually always knows.
And here's a great example of something that you need to understand is a sign he doesn't like you. Men are attentive to women they care about. Tell me why. I was watching a reality show once. It was Love Island. My shit. It's coming out soon. Love Island couple. One of the people got eliminated. The guy got eliminated. The girl leaves to be with the guy. She did. When she chose to do that, he first said, "Are you sure? Like, are you sure you want to do that? Number one, why?"
Baby, that's a red flag.
I remember it not being an immediate, like, oh my god, yes, period. It was like, are you certain? And when she was down, you're like, okay. And then, at the reunion show, the host asked them, oh my god, how's your relationship been going? She's like, yeah, it's all been great. I actually wrote him a letter recently. She wrote him a letter. Please view our next video on romantic gestures. Okay. She wrote him.
Rundown.
Yeah, we'll give you a rundown. She wrote him a letter. The host asked him, what did she say in the letter? And she goes, tell him, babe. Tell them what I said. He went, it was really sweet. Like, it was really sweet. I can't really remember, but it was really sweet. Like, we have it, like, in a frame on the wall. And she's giddy. Like,
yeah, she's, like, this is a great example of, she's so giddy about the idea of being with him that his lack of memory of what she even wrote isn't even crossing her mind in that moment. So she's more focused on her, what she did as writing the letter.
She's super happy.
It's so romantic. And it's like, you literally didn't remember and you didn't even clock that? Girl, no.
No.
Fuck your romance.
Men lie for multitudes of reasons, and another one of those is to protect their own ego. They're gonna lie to you about simple information. This is why you as the woman need to be hyper vigilant with the men that you are speaking to. You need to question them, and I don't mean interrogate them, but I mean a line of question that you're keeping tabs on, and make sure in a week or two to ask similar questions again. You are checking for consistency. You understand?
Yeah.
They can't keep up the act that long.
Yeah, they really can't, and especially up to 6 months.
But you need to make sure that you are constantly trying to test the cracks. If you take 2 times you ask him something, he gave you the same answer, so you just believe it now. Like, okay, girl.
It's about his actions at the end of the day. Even if he's saying all that chat, you see that? Put your hand on it like this.
Yeah, shut up,
okay?
hit it.
It matters about his actions, babe. If his actions are consistent, he's not the man. I promise you right now, any man that you are dating will lie to you because he does not want to look bad in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, if you say, hey, oh, a great one, and I've seen it on TikTok, they'll literally prank their man, acting like they got roses from them. They'll be like, oh my God, babe, you got this for me? Like, really? This
and
is
he'll
so
play
sweet.
along.
He will literally, especially if you're like, babe, you're so thoughtful. Like, he's literally like, okay, well, now I'm not going to tell her because I look like the hottest guy to her right now. Like, I'm going to just act like these are my flowers. 9 times out of 10, depending on the guy, he might have, some kind of morals, but 9 times out of 10, he will at least lie for a while before he even admits it. He will lie. First instinct, I promise you right now, this man's going to lie to you. Because they don't want to look bad in front of you. So that's why you need to honestly know in your heart, that could be a lie.
If anything, what we want you guys to do is not just look and say, oh my God, he's always lying to me. It's more like note it in your head and go, fact checking that later.
Exactly.
And what does that mean? I don't necessarily mean Google unless it's Googleable, period. Look it up. Here's a great example. If I speak to a guy and he goes, yeah, in my last relationship, we broke up because like the communication was so bad, like it was so bad, like, and then you speak to him again and he goes, you know how it is, like with my ex, like shit got crazy, like just because like I was out of town for a couple of days, it started a whole fight. Like, you'll start to notice shifts in stories.
Yeah.
Like, this is a great example. It'll be very small, but if you're not hypervigilant, you're just gonna be passive. Men love talking about themselves, but men also don't remember what they say to you.
No, they do not.
They never do. So it's super important if he tells you a story for you to retain it, even if it doesn't feel important, and then test him on the story. I do this to random people that I'm not dating, and they do it. They still lie. It's how I know if someone's being genuine with me. They'll tell me a story about their life with... here's a great example. Our ex-roommate, when we moved in, he told us he worked at the bank. He said he worked at the bank. You understand? Let's click that in. Another moment we're speaking and he's talking about how he's in school. And he says these words to me because I'm talking about how I work at a restaurant and I no longer work there because I hated it. He tells me he used to work at the same restaurant a year ago. He has not had a job since then. But when we moved in, he said he works at the bank. So when you met us, you thought it would make you look better to be someone that works at a bank. Do you understand what we mean?
You literally lied about your job.
To preserve his ego, he decided he will be validated more if he works at a bank. Forgetting his own lie, in the next week, is talking about how he hasn't had a job since like 3 years ago. In my brain, do you see, because I'm clocking him, I'm paying attention to everything he says, I go, so you're a liar. Got it.
Yeah. So a great example is, say if he was like, oh, I traveled to the Caribbean, I went to Jamaica, and you're like, he's telling you how he's obsessed with Jamaica,
and
he
the
loves
food
there, he loves the ambiance, he's obsessed, and everything.
And POV, by the way, you're a Jamaican girl. Or if you're Asian, he's like, yeah, but he'll name your country.
Yeah. Say if you're talking to him another time and you ask him, oh, like, what's a really good Jamaican spot that you love? Like, what's a good spot? Because I know you love you some Jamaican. And he looks at you like you got 2 heads. Baby, he just lied to you.
And what you're not going to do is go, you told me you went to Jamaica before. He's going to be like, right. And then, no. you play dumb too. You don't act like you know you caught them in the lie. You always see how far they're gonna go by being like, oh, like, do you not know Jamaican? If he goes, I don't really eat Jamaican like that, you're not gonna go, yeah, you do. You told me. You're gonna go, oh, okay, sorry, I was confused.
Yeah, you take notes. You take notes in your head. You don't make him aware of you catching him.
You start to clock him, so you know you need to clock out. Okay.
You collect data and you get out, and you don't even bother trying to cause a whole scene.
No, because he's gonna lie. There's literally those YouTube videos where they catch cheaters.
Yeah,
it's filmed,
and they will still lie
and say they didn't do it. Like, it's recorded. We watched the whole thing,
and they'll gaslight no matter what. They don't care. They'll do it.
So, ladies, we just wanted to do this video as a reminder to step your cookies up before they crumble. Know your worth, because if you don't have high standards, that means you won't find value in making a man prove himself to you, and it will be hard for you because you'll be like, it feels weird, bitch. What are you talking about? You're that bitch. He better prove himself to you again and again and again. And if he gets tired,
and it's out, it's over, it's done.
It's done.
And also let us know all your crazy stories down below of when a man lied to you. We would love to hear it.
Yeah, let us know how far they've gone, and make sure you like,
comment,
share,
and subscribe
to the Remy Diaries, aka Remy TV, your favorite YouTube streaming network for all things girlhood. Bye.